Welcome to Liverpool Cathedral for our Festival of Music 2021. Our festival is a very young, new festival, starting just 2 years ago in 2019. With the first national lockdown happening last March, we weren't able to have a festival in 2020, so effectively this is just our second time hosting our festival, and we're excited to watch it grow and develop in the coming years. We're optimistic that this time next year, our festival will be physically back here in its home, our Liverpool Cathedral, and that you'll be able to enjoy our performances whilst being physically immersed in them, live and in person. For now, the range and calibre of our young musicians featuring in this pre-recorded festival means that you are in for a real treat. I'm Stephen Mannings, I'm Director of Choral Outreach here at Liverpool Cathedral, and I'll be hosting this festival. We have two categories for ages 6 to 18, grades 1 to 4 standard and grades 5 to 8 standard. Both categories are open to any instrument, including voice, and neither category is competitive. Each young musician has submitted a video recording of their performance, and each performance will be followed by professional feedback given by one of our team of experts. Our panel of experts tonight include Mr. Lee Ward, Director of Music at Liverpool Cathedral, Mrs. Tara Delve, founder of early years education specialist company Music in Unison, Dr. Rob Howard, Assistant Head of Music Faculty at St Edward's College, and Mr. James Luxton, Assistant Director of Music at Liverpool Metropolitan Cathedral. The wealth and breadth of knowledge and expertise contained by our panel of experts make them ideal for delivering high-level feedback to all of our performers today. The aim of our Festival of Music is to inspire and to be inspired, and we are confident that both of these things will happen within our sessions today.
Hello, my name's Canon Philip Anderson. I'm the priest responsible for the musical and worshipping life of Liverpool Cathedral. I'm delighted that you're taking part in our Festival of Music this year, and look forward to welcoming you back to the Cathedral very soon. Good luck.
So, without further ado, please sit back and enjoy the Liverpool Cathedral Festival of Music, grades 1 to 4 category, session 1.
Hello Ruby, and well done on a fantastic performance. You've got a great posture when you play at the piano and a lovely natural round hand shape which will serve you well in the future. Well done. One thing to think about when you're playing, you've got these left hand quavers, something we call Alberti bass. If you make the first and the third beats of each bar a little bit heavier, it gives a bit more shape and really sets it off. So just something for you to try at home. The audience always likes it when musicians enjoy playing music, and that certainly comes across in your performance, so well done.
Hi, my name is is Antonella Spadaro. I sing Stand By Me. When the night has gone and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon shall tumble and fall, or the mountain shall crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
Good morning, Antonella. Thank you so much for your submission to the competition. I loved your choice of piece and it so matched your voice perfectly. You've got such a soft, enchanting timbre to your voice, and the choice of piece really helped to bring that out. So well done for that. I'm guessing that English is your second language. So wow, how amazing can you sing in your second language? I'm blown away. I really am blown away by that. So well done. I liked your phrasing, and the phrasing is the way that we shape the melodic material. It's like a musical sentence. Your phrasing really helped again to convey that emotion. I could hear that you were singing from your heart. The only thing that I would say is that the rhythm at times was a little bit behind. And the only reason for this, I think, is because you were getting so involved in the piece that you were unable to keep up. Now, it's not your fault. It's due to the fact that when you perform with a recording, you have to keep up with the recording. But when you perform with an accompanist, they follow you and you can be more artistic and creative. And that's exactly what I think happened there. So what a wonderful piece. I really enjoyed it. You've got a beautiful voice, and please keep on singing, and I hope to see you again next year. Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, Sia, for your piano performance of the piece The Egyptian Level. I really enjoyed it, particularly the way that the piece flowed continuously throughout from beginning to end. I actually think you've developed a good sense of touch on the piano keys. Often in these early grades, piano players can bang on the keys, or it can be quite uneven, but you've got quite an even tone already, which is really good. That's a great aspect to your playing, so do keep that up. Just a few pointers to improve the piece. I know that there's some dynamics in this piece that you could exaggerate. A lot of it's forte at the beginning and in the middle, and the end, forte being loud of course, and PP is marked, pianissimo, very quiet towards the end. So really try your best to play louder at the start and quieter at the end. And then just a couple of things to think about in pitch and rhythm. Most of the pitches are correct, just double check them. Be careful about a sense of rhythm, where there's some bars where you're repeating the left hand chord, the drone, when it's not meant to be repeated. Or make sure there's 4 beats in every bar. There's just a couple where you've cut it to 3, but otherwise the piece is coming along really well, so well done and keep up the practice.
Thank you for that wonderful performance, Eva. Your bowing is amazing. You've mastered the art of slurring and using the right amount of bow in your play, which is a great achievement. One thing to think about perhaps, when you've got 2 repeated notes at the end of a phrase, try making the first heavy and the second light. So, da 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 dum, bum, ya da 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 hum, bum. Just gives it a bit more shape. Something to try. And what a lovely bow at the end, great sense of performance and lovely bit of vibrato emerging on the long notes there, so well done.
It's funny when you find yourself looking from the outside. I'm standing here, but all I want is to be over there. Why did I let myself believe miracles could happen? 'Cause now I have to pretend that I don't really care. smiled, you made me feel like I could sing along. But then you went and changed the words. Now my heart is empty. I'm only left with used to be's and a once upon a song. Now I know you're not a fairy tale, and dreams were meant for sleeping, and wishes on a star just don't come true. 'Cause now even I can tell that I confuse my feelings with the truth, because I like the view when there was me and you. I can't believe that I could be so blind. It's like you were floating while I was falling, and I didn't mind. Because I like the view. I thought you felt it too when there was me and you.
Hello, Anula. Thank you very much for sending through your performances on a video. I know how hard it is to do things on video, and it's not quite the same as being in front of an audience. But what I would like to say is, from the very start, you engaged with the camera as if you were engaging with an audience. And I noticed you kept the gaze on the camera until the very, very end of your piece. At first, I thought you looked a bit glum, but in fact, it's quite a sad song, really, isn't it? So that you caught the mood of it very, very well indeed. I was very impressed with your diction. I could understand every word. And your tuning was excellent, because it's a piece which really does go from quite low to quite high. Perhaps one or two of the notes are a little bit low for you, but I think in other songs you can explore the higher range of your voice as well, because you have a really good rich tone which goes through all the different stages. Your long held notes were excellent, so you've obviously got great breath control. And that became very clear in that you didn't breathe in the middle of phrases. It was all very, very well put together and well shaped. So I thought your posture was great. You looked very relaxed when you were singing, and it was a joy to watch. You engaged me right until the very end. So well done. Hi, Georgina. Thanks so much for sending through a video of a performance. It's difficult doing performances to video without an audience, but I thought you did a fantastic job. And it's a great tune, isn't it? It's great to see a girl playing the trumpet as well. We need more girls to play brass instruments, so well done. And what came through straight away is you've got a really good embouchure, and you have a very fine tone, which is strong and even throughout. Really good, that. I like that. And intonation, you were played very well in tune as well. That's not easy on the trumpet, I know. And so the tone and the intonation were really noteworthy, so well done there. I also was very impressed with your breath control and with your slurring as well. Your note, da-da-da-da-da-da, was done really well, and I know that's not easy on a brass instrument. You sustained the phrases right to the end, and I think you did get some contrast in the colours, especially when you're using the quavers. There's just one little bit after the first set of quavers where I think that you might want to look at the counting. Isn't quite 100%, but otherwise a really convincing and musical performance. So well done.
Thank you, Tarek, for a wonderful performance of Happy Day. You certainly make it feel like a happy and a lively piece. Well done. You have a great piano technique, so well done on all the hard work there. This piece is a very bluesy piece. Although it's in G major, it's got quite a few B flats, so what you might like to do is make those notes feel a bit more deliberate and cheeky by playing them a little bit louder and heavier. Just something for you to try at home and see how that sounds. Other than that, well done on a great performance.
Hi Ellie, thank you so much for your submission to the competition. I really enjoyed listening to your solo piece on the flute. Now, flute is also my instrument, so I really did enjoy listening to this. I saw you moving between the three registers, which was great. You were able to hit all of those notes. I saw that your phrasing was great. Your breathing, you were able to carry on to the end of the melodic sentence without having to take an extra breath. I heard the difference between the legato and the staccato, and also I really liked the way that you were able to navigate your way around that D major scale. C sharp's always a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? It's a bit of a balancing act, so you did really well there. The one thing that I would say, a little bit of a technique tip, is that when you're playing is keep your fingers over the holes, because I noticed that sometimes your hands were popping up. If you keep your fingers over the holes, it allows you to move a lot more quickly and smoothly between the notes, particularly when you're in D major, because when you get to that tricky C sharp, sometimes you can drop the flute. But I really, really enjoyed it, and thank you so much for submitting it to the competition. It's great to see another fellow flautist. Thank you so much, Ellie.
What a range of fantastic performances we've seen so far, and there are still more to come. I said at the start that the aim of our festival is to inspire and to be inspired. If you've been inspired by our performance tonight so far, you may be interested in learning more about our musical engagement for every age here at Liverpool Cathedral. You can do this by joining our Facebook group, Liverpool Cathedral School of Music, in brackets outreach, or by following us on Instagram at LivCath School of Music. As well as reading about choristoships available to children in our cathedral choir, you can learn more about our early years education programme, school singing programme, junior, youth and adult choirs, our taught GCSE music and music theory courses, and about our individual and group instrumental lessons. You can also learn more about our new Music and Liturgy Foundation, which is our way of celebrating all that we do and including our followers in these celebrations. For now, let's get back to the performances.
Danny, very, very brave playing the violin on video for me. I really, really enjoyed it. And it's not the same as playing in front of an audience, is it? But well done. It was super. The first thing I noticed is how wonderful your bow hold is. Yeah, it looks very, very relaxed. And the way you had a very strong bowing arm and playing right into the strings and the bow beautifully going across the strings without slipping or moving. And because of that, it made a really nice sound. It's only a small violin, isn't it? But you still managed to make a very impressive sound. It's difficult to play in tune on small instruments, but I think you did really, really well there. It was mainly very well in tune indeed. Great confidence. You were very much with the pianist. Your rhythm is really perfect. And I know violin can be dangerous, but I love the helmet you wore as well. Really added to the performance. So keep up. Yeah, keep up your bowing arm like that. As you grow, you'll be getting bigger instruments. And then I think you'll find it even more rewarding, the amount of sound you can get out, and it'll be easier to play in tune on a bigger instrument. So well done. I hope to hear you maybe in a year's time. I expect great things. Thank you.
Henry. Thank you so much for your submission to the competition. Your intercity stomp. Wow. Now, I love the way that you were using your left hand for that, what we call an ostinato bass line. So that was keeping the steady beat in the left hand. Now, I really, really like the way that you conveyed the sense of a stomp and that banging. So that was great. And your right hand, while it was navigating around those black and white keys, and we're using the fingerings, and you were overlapping your fingers and you were moving agilely between the different registers. So well done. I really think you started to depict the mood of that, particularly at the end where you played that last chord. That was great. The one thing that I would say is that try and practice with a metronome. You've got some syncopated phrases here. So what that means is that the beats fall off the notes. So you've got your left hand keeping the steady beat, and then you've got your right hand with some rhythms that are off the beat. So if you practice with a metronome, both hands separately, and then put them together, you'll start to feel a more secure sense of rhythm. But well done, Henry. I really enjoyed your performance. Thank you.
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat, lots of coal making lots of heat, warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting up so blooming still. I would never rest till spring crept over the windowsill, someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting up so blooming still. I would never rest till spring crept over the windowsill, someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lovely, lovely.
Wow, what a fantastic performance, Gilda. You clearly enjoyed this sort of music, and it's amazing to hear all the different things come together, like the projection, the diction, very clear words. So that's fantastic. Something perhaps for you to think about: when you take a breath, aim to take a deep one from the diaphragm and avoid lifting your shoulders where possible. What I admired about your performance the most, though, is the sheer facial expression and the stamina you have throughout the piece to bring out all the different characters. So well done, really enjoyable performance.
Well, thank you, Claudia, for your performance on the piano of The Swing. And this was very accurate in terms of pitches in particular, with a really good sense of rhythm. Just a few points to consider in the future for taking the piece onto the next level. Obviously, the piece is about a swing, so try and make sure that that momentum is kept throughout. The first phrase in particular was really accurate and flowed well. Just try and make sure that the rest of the piece flows equally well. And that when you change hand position up the piano and then further down towards the end, that's done seamlessly. So that'll take some slow practice and then gradually speed it up. But overall, a really good performance. Claudia, thank you. Well done.
My day in the hills has come to an end. I know a star has come out to tell me it's time to go. But deep in the dark green shadows are voices that urge me to stay. So I pause and I wait and I listen for one more sound, for one more lovely thing that the hills might say. The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung for 1,000 years. The hills fill my heart with the sound of music. My heart wants to sing every song it hears. My heart wants to beat like the wings of the birds that fly from the lake to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from the church on a breeze, to laugh like a brook when it drips and falls over stones in its way, to sing through the night like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before. My heart will be blessed with the sound of music, and I'll sing once more.
Hi Clementine, thanks so much for sending through that lovely video of The Hills Are Alive. It's not easy doing things on video without a real live audience, but you had me absolutely enthralled from the moment you came in front of the camera. That lovely smile, that's always a winning gesture with people if you smile at the start. And actually it was very, very clear from the moment you started that you've obviously got great experience at telling the story, and I could easily see you on a stage performing this. Your facial expressions really did help bring the music and the words to life, and I felt very much engaged from the moment you started singing to the very end. Your sound is really very, very beautiful indeed, especially for one so young, and the expression you've got in your voice and the way you use vibrato is really very, very impressive, and it does enhance the music. So well done, that was really, really super. You've got, as I said, great stage presence, and I imagine that you will go far on stage if you wish to continue it in the future. Thank you so much. It really was a superb performance.
concert piece. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good morning, Rowan. Thank you for your submission to the competition. I really enjoyed your piece by Danzy. You are a very accomplished player. I particularly enjoyed the way that you were able to maintain your tone across the different registers. Usually when we go over the break, what can happen is that the tone can become a little bit thinner, but not with you. You were able to maintain that quality, that richness of the sonority. So well done. I really enjoyed the way that your fingers were over the holes, which enabled you to move smoothly and efficiently as you cascaded down and up in those arpeggios. You were able to offer dynamic contrast, which kept me as a listener really enthused. So between like phrases that were exactly the same, you showed how they were different and how they could change to keep the listener engaged. So a really well thought out and well performed piece. Well done, Rowan. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Georgina, for your violin performance of the Gavotte from Mignon by Thomas, which I really enjoyed. I really liked the confident aspect of your performance. You were performing throughout at a good volume. You were what I'd say describe as getting through the bow. Quite a few violinists at this stage don't use much bow, but you are, and it's a good, confident sound. So that's a really great aspect if you're playing. I'd encourage you to keep that up. Just a few pointers to improve the piece and to take the piece onto the next stage, really. Be really careful about the accuracy of some pitches that I know are a little bit tricky on the violin, particularly differences between the C and the C sharp, your second finger on the A string, and G sharp, the second finger on the E string. Similarly, this piece has some B flats, and that's the first finger right back on the A string. Just if it creeps up, it sounds like a B natural. Similarly, just be really careful with rhythms and make sure there's a distinction between semiquavers that of course are faster than the quavers, so that it's really clear as you are doing, taking the piece at a steadier tempo and then gradually speed it up. So make sure it's nice and accurate now, pitch and rhythm, and then gradually speed it up to the correct 2/4 allegretto. But otherwise, really well done, and keep up the good playing.
We have enjoyed a wealth of fantastic performances tonight. What makes this festival unique is the fact that we are seeing the fruits of endless hours of Zoom instrumental lessons, musical homeschooling, and the utmost dedication from our young performers in what I'm sure you'll agree has been one heck of a year. Our congratulations to the performers, and our thanks to you, their families, and of course their teachers, who quickly had to get used to an entirely new platform for teaching. To our performers, we hope you found the comments from our experts really useful for your future performing, and our thanks to our team of experts for this. We're still in the very early days of our Festival of Music with Champions music performance, and we have plans for an increasing number of live musical performance opportunities here at the Cathedral in the very near future, and we want you to be a part of them. So please do keep an eye out for these events by following us on our social media, which is detailed on the screen. For now, I hope you'll agree with me in saying that we've lived up to our aim, and that the performers have inspired and that the audience have been inspired by them. Thank you very much, congratulations, and we hope to see you very soon.